Back in March 2018, I made one of the best purchases of my life. A 1967 Impala, 4-door. To most people, it was just an old car, but to me, it was a masterpiece waiting to be brought back to life. I dreamed of restoring a classic like this for years, and finally, I had the chance to make it happen. It wasn't an easy project by any means. Over the next couple of years, I poured my savings, time, and effort into that car. I replaced parts, hunted down rare components, and spent countless hours planning how to bring it back to its former glory. It wasn't just a car to me. It was a labor of love, a piece of history, and something I was deeply proud of. Fast forward to last year, when I finally took another big step in my life. I bought my first house. It wasn't a mansion or anything, but it had one feature I cared about most: a 2.5-car garage. To a car enthusiast like me, it was a dream come true. With all that space, I could finally give the Impala the proper restoration it deserved. I parked the body in one bay, the chassis in another, and filled the rest of the garage with tools and parts. Sure, it looked chaotic, but to me it was paradise. Around the same time, my girlfriend moved in with me. We'd been together for 2 years, and I thought we were ready for this next step. At first, things were fine, but then she started complaining about the car. She hated that it took up so much space in the garage and that she couldn't park her car inside. I tried to reason with her. I pointed out that we had 2 acres of land with plenty of shady spots to park her car. If she really wanted indoor parking, there was even an old barn on the property. But no matter what I said, she kept pushing. It wasn't like I could magically put the car back together and move it. Restorations take time, and I wasn't going to rush through something I'd invested so much in. I made it clear. The garage was for the Impala. Her frustration simmered for weeks, but I thought we'd reached an understanding. That is, until I had to leave town for a business trip a few weeks ago. I was gone for a couple of days, and when I came back, she seemed different. She greeted me with a smile, made my favorite meals, and even handled all the chores around the house. It felt almost too good to be true. I figured maybe she was just happy to have me home. Then I noticed something odd. Her car wasn't parked in its usual spot outside. I casually asked her where she'd parked, just so I could keep the area clean, and she said, "Don't worry about it. I parked in the garage." My stomach dropped. Confused, I rushed to the garage, hoping I misunderstood. When I opened the door, my heart sank. The Impala was gone. Not just the car itself, but everything: the body, the chassis, the parts, the tools. The garage, once my sanctuary, was completely empty. I turned to her, barely able to speak, and asked what happened. She smiled and said she'd taken care of it. Apparently, while I was away, she hired a crew to come and haul everything to the local scrapyard. "I thought you'd thank me," she said. "Now you can use the space for something more useful." I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had spent over $11,000 on that car, not to mention the countless hours I'd invested. And now it was all gone just like that. I told her we were done. I told her to pack her things and leave my house immediately. She tried brushing it off, calling me dramatic, but I wasn't having it. The next day, I contacted a lawyer. Luckily, I had receipts for every penny I'd spent on the Impala. Even better, my house's security cameras had caught her letting the workers in and overseeing the whole thing. I had all the evidence I needed to take her to court. Her family and friends didn't take it well. They flooded my phone with messages, calling me petty and cruel. They said it was just an old piece of junk, and that I should let it go. They argued that she couldn't afford to pay me back, and taking her to court was heartless. But to me, it wasn't just about the money. It was about respect. That car represented years of hard work, passion, and dedication. She knew how much it meant to me, and she still decided to destroy it. Now I'm waiting for my court date. I'm confident I'll win, but I can't help wondering if this could have been avoided. Should I have tried harder to make her understand how much the car meant to me? Should I have compromised more? Maybe I could have communicated better, or maybe this was just an impossible situation. Part of me wonders if I overreacted, but another part knows I couldn't let something like this slide. What do you think? Did I do the right thing, or was there a better way to handle it?